What's going on, guys? JSGC here.
I'm MixedSid here.
And we are here for another football video. Today, we are going to be doing our Premier League predictions for the 2020-2021 season. But before we crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content and you want to help support my channel, then subscribe. Press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. I am aiming for 13,000 subscribers, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Social media links in the description below and popping up on screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Don't forget also to leave a thumbs up if you enjoy this video, and most importantly, let me know your Premier League predictions in the comments below. Now, I'm joined by MixedSid for this video. He's going to be doing his Premier League predictions along with me. He's featured in some of my live streams. Go and check out his channel. That's in the description below. He's doing lots of mixology drinks, which is hence we're in MixedSid's bar here in the background. Go and check him out with all his stuff. Go and like and subscribe and comment over on his stuff. That would be much appreciated. And just yesterday, for his big 30th birthday, happy birthday, Aaron. It is his 30th birthday today. We went out into Manchester yesterday and went and did a vlog that is live up on his channel. I will leave the link to that in the description below if you want to go and check that out. I also went to Manchester, featured alongside him in that video, so go and check that out. That would be much appreciated. But without further ado, let's crack on with this video. So we're going to start off first, bottom position, 20th place. Who do we think is going to finish bottom of the Premier League? Aaron?
For me, I've got Fulham.
Well, that's nice. I've got Fulham as well. Fulham as well. I think Fulham's going to finish bottom of the Premier League. Bit of a yo-yo. Yeah, sorry. Bit of a yo-yo. They've made some good additions. I'll be surprised if they stay in the Premier League. I'm going for 20th place, and so is Aaron. We're going for Fulham. In 19th place, who have you got, Aaron?
I've got West Brom.
Well, that's... We're the same again. I've gone with West Brom as well.
King of yo-yos.
Yeah, pretty much. Again, just like Fulham, they made some good signings. I don't think they've got enough to stay in the Premier League. I could be wrong. I think they'll battle harder than what Fulham will. No offence, Fulham fans. But ultimately, I think West Brom will finish 19th and be relegated.
Yeah, like firepower up there.
Yeah. Personally. I think they'll be difficult to beat. Just don't think they'll pick up many wins, so they'll struggle to stay up because of that. So, our third and final relegation place, 18th place in the Premier League. Who are you going for?
Aston Villa is my pick.
Right, I think you've been copying me because I've gone for
Aston Villa. You got Villa as well.
I've got Aston Villa as well, 18th place. There you go, I've gone for Aston Villa as well. I thought they were lucky to survive last season. They've obviously brought in Ollie Watkins and they've spent a lot of money bringing him in to make some quality additions. I think they're going to struggle again. They got lucky last season, and I think their luck may run out. Second season syndrome and all that. I'm sure people will disagree. Let me know in the comments below. So, just surviving relegation in 17th place. Who have you gone for, Aaron?
I've gone for Sheffield United. I think they've just got enough to stay. Not from second season syndrome. I think they'll draw, but I think Chris Wilder will keep them up. Oh, that's interesting. That's really interesting. So Sheffield United had a great season last season. Aaron's thinking they're going to be dropping off this season. Got enough to stay up, but certainly not as strong a season this season as what they had last season. I've gone for 17th place, West Ham. I've not been too impressed with their summer window. I think they're going to struggle a little bit this season, if I'm honest. And so I'm going for 17th place. I could have put them in the relegation zone. I think West Ham's stronger than the teams that I put in the bottom three, so I've gone for 17th place, West Ham. Now, 16th place, who have you gone for? I've gone for Brighton.
Oh, there we go. We're back with the same again. I've gone for Brighton. I think Brighton's got enough to stay up this season. Yeah. I think unless they make some quality additions within the next, 12 months or so, I think not so much this season, but next season, they may be struggling.
They're well off for one of those bottom three that would pay to actually do have a good season, like Villa or Fulham, West Brom.
Yeah, and if they really pick up, then Brighton could be one of them. So yeah, I've gone for Brighton, finishing in 16th place as well. 15th.
West Ham.
Interesting. So you've gone for West Ham to not have a great season, but have enough about them to stay up. I've gone for Southampton. I don't think they've got too much quality in their team. I think they've got enough to stay up, but I do think that they're not going to have a brilliant season. They're probably going to be happy with 15th and staying for another season in the Premier League, so they regard that as a success. So I've gone for 15th place.
I think they'll do
Southampton.
more.
You reckon?
I think they'll go with momentum. They had a good second half of the season. I think they'll carry that forward.
Okay. Interesting. 14th place.
For me, Leeds.
Leeds, okay. I've gone for Crystal Palace. Do you want to talk through yours?
Yeah, I think Leeds. I think they'll have a good season like that. That's what I think. I think they'll drop off towards the end, like a Bielsa team does in the last 10. So they do suffer from burnouts. They do press very, very hard. They do tend to have a little bit of a slide towards the end of the season as they're tiring. Injuries catching up with them. But I think they've got some quality signings, some quality players there.
Yeah,
I think they can comfortably stay up.
I think Leeds are going to have a good season. I'd be very surprised if they were near the relegation or went down. I think they've got enough about them. They've got a really good manager who's playing some really good stuff with Leeds that I think that they'll have a good season and they've got more than enough about them to stay up. I've gone for Crystal Palace to finish 14th. Again, just like Southampton, I think they've got enough about them to stay up. They're one of the dark horses that if they don't get off to a good start, perhaps could struggle a little bit. But I think 14th, they'll have enough about them to stay up. 13th place.
Crystal Palace.
Okay, that's interesting. I've gone for 14th, you've gone for 13th. I've gone for...
Classic mid-table team.
Yeah.
I think they'll do it again like that with Roy Hodgson in the helm. I think they've got enough about them to stay out of trouble.
I've gone for Newcastle. And I've gone for Newcastle to finish 13th because I think they made a couple of good signings. Callum Wilson's a good signing for them. I think he's going to get them goals. That's a really good signing to keep him injury-free. I think they've got themselves a good striker. They've also made a good signing in Fraser from Bournemouth as well. So I think they've got enough about them to stay up. Now, if they hadn't have signed them two players, and I'd done this video last week, I'd have probably been putting Newcastle right near the relegation zone. So it's amazing what a couple of signings and all of a sudden looking a bit fresher. Looks for the Premier League, and ultimately you need a player that's going to score goals to help you to be able to achieve your goals and stay up in the Premier League, and I think that the Newcastle's finally got that. I've never been that impressed with their strike force over recent seasons, if I'm completely honest. So I think Wilson's a good signing. That's why I've gone for them to finish 13th, which I think a good season for Newcastle. So 12th place, what have you gone for?
I've gone for Burnley.
Burnley, that's interesting. Okay, I've gone for Sheffield United. Do you want to speak through Burnley?
Burnley, I think they've got a quality manager there, and I think he'll overachieve again. Because Burnley do overachieve if they stay up every year like that. He's done a fantastic job. I think they could be comfortably up there, maybe with a top half again for them if they can hit some really good form.
Yeah, I think they've got what Burnley are really good at is they're extremely difficult to beat. And because they're difficult to beat, they're very good at grinding. They don't only pick up results against teams around them, they're more than capable of picking up results against teams that are above them if they're playing well on their day. And so I think that's interesting what you said with Burnley. I've gone for Sheffield United. Just like you, I think that they're not going to have as good a season as what they had last season. I think they took a lot of momentum into their Premier League season. That really helped them. They've got some good players. I think they lack a little bit of quality, but that's to be expected when a club's recently only just come into the Premier League from last season. I still think they're going to have a pretty good season, and 12th place, if you're Sheffield United, surely you're not going to turn down a 12th place finish. So I've gone for them in 12th. Now, 11th place, I've gone for Burnley. I don't need to repeat what Aaron just said. Everything you've just said, you've covered Burnley. You think they're going to finish 12th. I think they're going to finish 11th. So that's my prediction. Who have you gone for in 11th?
11th, my pick is Newcastle.
Okay.
I think they'll be up there because I think they've not got enough quality to finish in that top half. They've got some decent players, but there's not a star player there. Because like you said, there's additional signings in Wilson and Fraser.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of quality. Got Richie in that.
Mm-hmm.
But the Joe Linton will live up to his billings because there's been a massive letdown from Newcastle and of one as well, Almerion.
Well, I'm managing them on Football Manager, and what I'll say is keep an eye on Sam Maximan, their winger, fantastic player, and I think if he has another good season, then perhaps he'd be looking to make a move.
I think they just like that little bit of quality to break into to be a consistent top 10 team.
I think they need a better manager.
So do I, Steve. I'm not.
I think if they hired a really good manager and had a little bit of investment.
But I do feel a bit sorry for Newcastle. I think they need a better owner as well.
Definitely. More ambition with a better owner, bit of money into the club, consistency. Yeah, when they are spending money, bringing in solid players. they're an interesting club, a very interesting club that if they were well run, I reckon they'd certainly every season top half, challenging to try and get into Europe and trying to compete for cups, which I think a lot of teams take for granted. So back to our Premier League predictions. We're into the top half, 10th place. I'm going for Carlo Ancelotti's Everton. Who have you gone for?
For me, I've gone for Southampton. Like I said, I think they can take momentum forward, especially the manager.
Fair enough.
I think they'll take that forward going into the new season.
Yeah. Ancelotti's a really good manager. I think they've made a really good appointment. They've made a good signing in James Rodriguez. They brought Alan in from Napoli as well. Some good players there. I think I've been a bit harsh putting them in 10th. I look at the other teams in and around them and I'm thinking that they may have a better season, so I've squeezed Everton into 10th. It wouldn't surprise me at all if they are challenging for a Europa League place next season.
As it gets so, they should be doing better than the money they've spent, they should be.
Yeah.
And 10th, just one thing why I think they will finish 10th for Southampton, and they've still got Danny Ings. He had a very excellent season, and they've kept him.
That's always important when you've got your players having outstanding seasons, keeping hold of them, always important. And it's something, Leicester have sold some players, but they're also quite good at keeping hold of some players, and that's why they're able to maintain and be consistent. Now, 9th place, I've gone for Leeds United. Like I said, taking a lot of form and momentum into the Premier League. We've done this video after the game they played yesterday against Liverpool. We're seeing the attacking intent. They're going to score goals. They're going to cause every single team, in my opinion, problems in the Premier League. They're a team that may lack a bit of consistency when they're going up against teams in the bottom half. They may struggle. They're the type of team when playing, in particular at Ellen Road, who I think they'll be very difficult to beat. When top teams are going to Ellen Road, I think they're going to find it really difficult. And so Leeds will feel the bonuses of picking up points against top teams. I rate Bielsa as a manager. I don't think they're going to break into the European places. I do think that Leeds would need a little bit of investment. If they started spending money and bringing in quality players, and they've been linked with some quality players over the next 2 or 3 seasons, then maybe they can start pushing themselves towards that. It's important that they keep hold of Bielsa, but more importantly, more than anything, if you're Leeds, whilst you'd probably be disappointed, I think every single fan right now would take a 17th place finish.
Yeah, they would.
But I think they're better than 17th place, so I've gone for them to finish 9th.
For me, I've gone for Wolves.
Wolves, okay. I can understand that.
I think they'll be up there. I think they'll be close for that last European spot, 7th, if it does go that far.
Yeah.
So there is some quality teams, especially that top 8 like that, maybe 9th, 10th.
Yeah.
So
it's getting to the
tight,
point.
it is.
It's getting to a point. I'm looking at the Premier League, I'm looking at the additions, and as long as these teams are showing signs of consistency, I would expect the points tally at last to start to come down. Look at the points tally over the last 3 seasons. 99 points, 98 points, and 100 points are what have won the Premier League. I don't think it's going to be as high this year, because I'm looking at the quality and I'm thinking, at last, there's more quality in and around that mid-table top half of the Premier League. The likes of Wolves, the likes of Leeds, the likes of Newcastle, Leicester, etc. Teams that are going to be difficult, and I'd be expecting these teams to be picking up points against the big boys. So ultimately, when they're dropping points, the tally for Europe's going to go up, and I think the tally for the Premier League at the top's going to come down. Yeah. I do think it'll still be high. I think it'll be between 90 to 95 points will be enough to win the Premier League. I don't think it'll be closer to 100. Could be wrong, but that's just my personal opinion. Now, 8th place, one of the teams I just mentioned, I've gone for Leicester City. Who are you going for in 8th?
I have gone for Leicester.
Leicester as well? Leicester? Yeah, I've gone for Leicester. Brendan Rodgers, I think, did an amazing job last season, and I think he was extremely unlucky to fall short of the Champions League. Leicester's got European football, they're playing more football. They're one of them teams that when they're not playing as many games, they can use that for momentum, so they're not feeling any fatigue. With Europe coming up, I think they'll take Europe seriously as well. Why wouldn't you? You've worked hard to get into Europe, and so in my opinion, if you get into Europe, you should be taking it seriously. They're going to be playing more games, they're going to feel the fatigue throughout the season, so I don't think they're going to do as well as last season. They dropped off, I felt, when the Premier League had returned, and if they continue that form into the new season, then we may even be a bit generous with an 8th place finish.
And Brendan Rodgers will find himself out of a job.
Yeah, I think they've got a good team though, and I think he's capable of turning it round, and I think that they will get off to an alright start. 8th place, it's not going to be enough to get them into Europe, but still, my opinion, pretty decent, solid season. What do you think?
Again, I think it's a pretty solid season. If they do finish Europe, be disappointed not to finish Europe, but I think it's something they could build on.
It's not horrendous, is it? 8th place.
Not horrendous, because it's one to give him another season like that.
Yeah.
It's very competitive, like I said. You can choose anything between them, really.
Chilwell's left. Chilwell's left. Previous season they lost Maguire. They're slowly starting to lose some players, but keeping hold of others. I think they've got enough about them to be finishing in a decent position, and I think 8th place in the Premier League's a pretty decent finish, if I'm honest, for Leicester. Now, 7th place, I've gone for Jose Mourinho's Tottenham Hotspur. Who have you gone for?
I've gone for Everton. I'm going for Ancelotti to get it right and nail that final European spot.
Spot. That is, of course, if the League Cup winners and the FA Cup winners are European teams that win them, which normally it is. Other than last season where it was Arsenal that managed to win it and they finished outside the European spot, so it meant, was it Wolves that missed out on European football last season after finishing 7th? You're going for Everton there. I think, I can agree. Like I said, I've gone for Everton in 10th. It wouldn't surprise me any of them teams from around 12th to 7th could all pip each other. I've gone for Spurs. I don't rate Jose Mourinho that much.
I don't rate Spurs that much either. Because
they've not really added too much quality to the team. I don't think they're brilliant. I don't think they're as strong as what they have been. So
I think that's why I go for 7th unless they start spending.
Yeah, and that's just it. I don't think they've got lots and lots of money to spend, so that's why I've gone for them there. Now, 6th place, I've gone for Wolves. I like Wolves. I think they're a really good team. I think they're going to build on their successes that they had last season. They've not got European football. They've got no distractions. They're a decent, solid team. They're difficult to beat. They know how to score goals. They've got decent players. They know how to defend. They're good at pressing. They're good at defending. They're good at goal scoring. They're an all-round, solid, difficult team. I think that Nuno, I think he's doing a wonderful job at Wolves. And so, I'm going to go for him to build on the success. 6th place. Who have you gone for?
Yeah, I can agree with some of that with Wolves for your 6th one. I can see why, but I just think they lack the goals.
Oh yeah,
they're a classic counter-attacking team, man. That's what they work on.
I think they've got good goal scorers in the team, though. I think obviously looking for more consistency from a
I just know how Wolves play though. They play counter-attack. They do not score that many goals. They will get goals, but
yeah.
Do you see them scoring more than 50?
Probably not, but I don't see them conceding less than.
Yeah, it's because I know it's solid defensive. But my pick is 6th place, Tottenham.
Tottenham, okay. Why is Tottenham 6th?
I think it's got just enough about them. I was going to say they're not good enough to challenge for the top 4, which they're not. I was going to say they're on the decline. They might even have a worse season, but I think they might just sit off this season.
I think it's a reality. I've been watching their All or Nothing documentary. Their ambition is top 4 Champions League football. That's always what these top teams are looking for. Minimum top 4, and I just don't think they're that good. That's just my honest opinion. I'm sure people will disagree. That's what I'm going for. 5th place then. Who's missing out on Champions League just?
Arsenal.
Arsenal. You can see why you've said Arsenal. I've gone for Manchester United. I'm going to cover 4th place in this as well, because I've gone for Arsenal in 4th place. I think it'll be a very close one between Arsenal and Manchester United. I rate Arteta as a manager. I think Arsenal, they're one of my dark horses to potentially cause a few upsets in the Premier League. I don't think they'll win the Premier League. I don't think they're going to be anywhere near as bad as what they were last season. And if they can get off to a really good start, and they won yesterday really comfortably as well, Arteta will have them playing some really good football. And I think he'll be looking to try and get Arsenal back into the Champions League, and I think that he will. With Manchester United, it all depends on how they finish this transfer window. If they continue with just signing Van der Beek, I don't think their team is strong enough and they haven't strengthened. Whereas Arsenal, they may not have done much strengthening in their squad, but they have got a full season of Arteta, and there is no doubting about it that when Arteta came to Arsenal, giving him more time, they're going to build on their successes. FA Cup win, Community Shield win, full of confidence, good start in the Premier League from their first game. I'm going for them to build on it. I reckon 4th place Arsenal, 5th place Manchester United. What are you going for 5th Arsenal?
Arsenal.
Got to speak through that.
I don't think they've got enough.
Fair enough.
I'd say be a test of Arteta when they do get a bad form again. Can he handle that? How can they handle these defensive teams? Yeah. And that's what solves it. These mid-table teams that set up their draw for a counter.
Yeah.
Like your Wolverhampton, there you got your Crystal Palace and all that.
Can he do it?
Can he go to Turf Moor and win?
can they do these results and pick them? Because that's what's needed. It's consistency. It's
so, like you said, they're not really strengthened. Aubameyang, he's got less than a year. Does he really want to be there now?
I think he's going to sign a new deal. I reckon he's set to sign a new deal. I reckon he'll sign a new deal. What I will say, if Pep leaves City, he's got 1 year left on his contract. He hasn't renewed yet. They are expecting him to sign at least a 1 year extension. But if he doesn't and decides that he wants to leave, City will be looking for a new manager. And I'll tell you right now, if Arteta gets that Arsenal team with not too much investment from dwindling down in 8th to a team that wins FA Cups, Community Shields and gets them into the top 4, he's been an absolute success. Same style as Pep. I can see City going for Arteta, but he needs to prove himself. And if he gets that Arsenal team into top 4, I reckon he'll be the favourite to take over from Pep. So who have you gone for in 4th?
4th, Manchester United.
You want to speak for them? You've gone the opposite way round?
I think he's got enough to oversee it. As I said, for another 4th place finish, Champions League. Got some quality young players there. You've got Pogba, as I say, he's been a massive disappointment, but they've got Greenwood. I'm impressed with Greenwood, despite the headlines recently.
He's been
a lot of potential.
He's been doing some stuff with balloons. He's had to do another apology. He seems to be going down that route at the moment. Needs to get his head back into the game.
Because he's a quality player.
Yeah.
As Man United, they're starting to get there, but they're still quite a couple of seasons away. Like 2 or 3 years maybe, if they can get the right recruitment as well and keep building on it to challenge Liverpool and City.
Yeah. And ultimately Chelsea possibly.
Chelsea are closing on again.
Yeah. United, they're interesting. It's all about who they bring in. I think their weakest link's manager.
I think it is, but just to mention, Bruno Fernandes has been a relevant
brilliant for them.
Despite the amount of penalties he's won, but he has been a quality player for them.
Well, City used to win lots of penalties, and I've always said that when you're looking to attack and you're looking to hurt teams, when you spend a lot of your time on the ball and in and around the opposition third, you're ultimately going to win penalties. And so when you win penalties, you want someone that's going to put them in the net, and Bruno Fernandes is putting them in the net, so United aren't going to complain. I think he's a solid midfielder, pretty solid midfield. He's a type of player that you can build your team around.
Which is what they're doing at the minute. Working well, that has. It's worked well for the last 20 games for them.
It's all about the transfer window. I mean, the transfer window doesn't shut until October 5th, so October 6th I'd be in a better position to comment on where I think the season may head. Obviously, teams will have played a few games by then, and we'll know who they've got. United, after Jadon Sancho, they bring him in. Ultimately, they're going to be stronger than what they've got already. That may make the difference, it may not. Whether they sign him or not, I'm not so sure. And if they're going to go and sign somebody else who maybe isn't as good, someone that they didn't really want, ultimately that may have an effect on the team. So, like I said, we've both got Arsenal and United fighting it out for that 4th and 5th place. We've got them at different positions. I find that interesting. So, 3rd place, Chelsea. Who are you going for? Chelsea. I'm going for Chelsea as well. Strengthened really well. Timo Werner, quick striker, a goal scorer. They brought in Ziyech from Ajax, another quality addition. They've also brought in Kai Havertz from Leverkusen,
another excellent sign.
Another solid player. They're going to look to build on Pulisic as well. They brought in Thiago Silva from PSG on a free contract.
So one thing, I think you can see there's like a pattern there. Bundesliga players.
I
think Chelsea's weakness is a manager.
Once again,
if I had to get rid of Lampard and like with those players, I'd get a German manager. But even PSG's they've couple off no Tuchel because he knows Bundesliga very well.
He reminds me of the type of manager that Chelsea may go for if Lampard was to leave. I think Lampard's a good manager though. Don't get me wrong. You're looking for philosophies. You're looking for the top end.
I think the concerns about Lampard is they don't know how to defend that well.
No, you look at the defence and it is the weakness and it can be got at. I think they'll be difficult to beat, and I think they're certainly a solid option for 3rd, and like you said before, I think they're closing that gap on the top 2. Here we go, important one. Top 2, who's finishing 2nd, who's finishing 1st? We've both got City and Liverpool, so 2nd place, who have you got?
Liverpool.
Oh, it's a big call. 2nd place, I'm biased, so I've gone for Liverpool as well. But I'm going to say it right now, it's because I'm biased. I'm not going to sit here and say that I think City's going to finish 2nd, okay? I'm not going to do that. I'm full of confidence. It's a new season. Maybe after 3 or 4 games I'll change my mind and I'll be criticising. But at the moment, I'm going in optimistic. And I'm going in optimistic because that points tally I think is going to come down. City just show that little bit more consistency, little bit more clinical edge. and we can bring in a quality centre-half before the transfer window closes, I think that gap will be a lot shorter, and I think we're capable of getting right towards 90 points, maybe even lower 90 points as well, which I think will push Liverpool all the way, and I think we are capable of getting there. Now, I've got the second place for Liverpool, and it's based on their endings to the Premier League from last season. Atletico Madrid did a proper job on Liverpool, and I think it showcased to a lot of the other Premier League teams that Liverpool, you don't have to be scared of them. You can have a go and you can pick up results. Leeds United did it just yesterday. They took the game to Liverpool. They showed a clinical edge. I personally think that Leeds were very unlucky not to pick up a point, but they showed no fear, and if all 19 other Premier League teams play Liverpool home and away with no fear, they will drop points. And that's why City dropped so many points last season. Teams weren't as respectful as us as the previous 2 seasons. They didn't go in with the attitude that when we turn up we've already lost. They took the game to us. They wanted to hurt us. They wanted to score goals and show what they can do, and that's what happened. And I think teams are going to this season do the same to Liverpool, which ultimately means that points tally will come down. Like I said, I reckon around low 90s may be enough to win that Premier League. And Liverpool, transfer window, if they don't sign Ciao and they don't bring anyone in, they haven't really strengthened their team, and it's a dangerous game. If you're at the top and you don't strengthen them, it's dangerous. So I think they can be got at. I'm biased as well. I
just don't see a third season them doing the high 90s points again.
No.
Which I think they got 99 last year, was it?
Yeah, 99 last year. Right, and, close to 100.
What did they get when they fell short?
97.
97, that one.
So they've accumulated 196 points in 2 seasons, which is
I don't see
great.
A third season. City couldn't do it. I don't think they will either.
No, okay.
So I think teams that go more out of them, I think they will be sus. One thing I've always been impressed with Liverpool, though, is with their small squad. Because there's a focus on a key 15, and then they've always kept fit like that.
Yeah.
Because they've never ever had like serious injuries at the same time. No, like Mane's out for periods of time. Salah.
Yeah. I agree. What about City? What are you thinking?
I think Pep will be hungry this time. I think City will as well. I think you'll learn lessons from last season.
I hope so.
Because the whole thing that bugs me about your team, I do have concerns again about their defence.
It's been strengthened, but it doesn't look as strong, if you get what I mean. I look at the defence. Vincent Kompany, at this moment in time, we've not got a Vincent Kompany replacement, so that concerns me. If we can bring in a centre-half, then obviously I'll ease my anxiety a little bit. The left-back position concerns me a little bit. It's all about injuries. Every season City have a serious injury to at least one player. Who will that player be this season? You know it's coming, there'll be one player. And it's all about making sure that we've got enough cover, because Pep, to his detriment, although I really like it, he takes every single competition seriously. Even though we've got a shortened season, that League Cup, at least as a priority for the top Premier League clubs, Pep will be taking that seriously and he'll want to go and win it again. He's a serial winner. Arteta's got that same mentality. He'll take every cup competition seriously because winning breeds winning. That's how Pep thinks. That's his philosophy. Liverpool haven't got the squad to challenge for 4 trophies in a season. They haven't got the quad, they haven't got the strength, they haven't got the depth in their squad to do it.
There's a reason he chucks the cups.
I think they're capable of, the League Cup and FA Cup, I don't feel like are on Liverpool's high priority list. If Liverpool was to exit early in the League Cup, I don't think any of their fans are going to be too disappointed. They're going to turn their attention, they're going to want to retain that Premier League. It's always difficult retaining the Premier League. Winning it's fantastic, it's even more difficult retaining it. And when you've not added to your team, it's going to be just that little bit more difficult. Liverpool will be very disappointed to have gone out of the Champions League, so I'd have thought they'd be taking that really seriously again. City will be taking that really seriously as well. It's all about learning lessons for City, and if we don't learn lessons, I can see us perhaps even finishing 3rd or 4th if this how we performed last season continues, because the gap's getting shorter. The Arsenals, the Man United, the Chelseas, they are catching up. Chelsea had a great window, they're catching up, and mark my words, within the next 12-18 months, Man United and Arsenal, I'd be expecting them to potentially be catching up as well. So we need to make sure that we're maintaining on top. Pep loves a challenge. I'm hoping we're going to learn our lessons. I tell you right now, we dropped points against Wolves. We lost twice to them last season. We'll have a good answer Monday evening as to what City how we'll be performing in the Premier League. And if we can win that game, I'm confident we can then build on that. And it's very important, very, very important in the Premier League that you get off to a good start if you want to win it. You are always, if you're going to be chasing, you're going to find it difficult, and that's what we struggled with last season. We let Liverpool get off to a fantastic start and we never kept on their tail, and because of it they walked with the league. So we need to get off to a very good start. A difficult match against Wolves, if we can win that, then it's showing me that we're learning our lessons and we can build on that for the season. Liverpool will be looking for the exact same. Liverpool will play twice before we even play our first game. I'm hoping that they'll drop some points. Leeds were unlucky, they picked up a win. Liverpool will be ecstatic with that. They've got a match against Chelsea away, and if Liverpool win that, that's 6 points. Couple of difficult games already done. They're at an advantage, no doubt about it. They drop points though, and City can beat Wolves. We're saying to ourselves, actually, we're already within touching distance of Liverpool, and we've already played a difficult game against Wolves. We'll build on that. So the start, very important. We'll be able to comment better after about 8-9 games in, I reckon, and we'll have a good idea of where the season is heading. We'll take time. I'm looking forward to it. Would love to know your predictions for the Premier League 2020-21 season in the comments below. Now, very briefly, League Cup winners. Who do you think is going to win the League Cup?
Chelsea.
I'm going to go for Manchester City because we take it very seriously. We love winning the League Cup. I think Arsenal are a dark horse to win that cup. I'm going to go for City to win it. FA Cup, who do you reckon?
I think Man United.
Man United, I'm going to go for Chelsea. I reckon they're going to go one better. They got to the final, didn't they? I reckon they're going to go one better and win it next season. Going for City, both of us to win the Premier League. Europa League, even though it's quite difficult to predict.
Means we don't know the teams.
And like I said, Champions League dropouts and all them can soon become the favourites, so it's quite difficult to predict. If I'm basing it off just league positions, I'm looking at the Premier League. I think Arsenal's got a good chance of finally.
The question I ask is the Kings of Thursday night in it? Sevilla's in it, and then
they're in the Champions League because they've won the
dropout, and then we just
we'll go for Sevilla if they end up at any point being in the Europa League. If not, I think Arsenal will be a dark horse. I'm going to go for Arsenal. Have they ever won a European trophy, Europa League? Matt done the Cup Winners' Cup, maybe. I don't know. I'm not an Arsenal expert. I don't think they've ever won the Europa League or Champions League. Definitely not won the Champions League.
Definitely not won the top prize, no.
So I reckon Europa League, I'm going to go for Arsenal. Or you're going for Sevilla if they're in it. Yeah. If not, who are you going to go for? We've got Leicester from the Premier League that's in it. And Tottenham as well. And Arsenal. Difficult one.
It's a difficult one. I'm trying to think of teams, isn't it?
I'm not sure if AC Milan are in it. I'm not sure who's in it from Germany either. I think Lyon's missed out altogether on European football for next
season. French league. Go for it, a German team.
Whoever's in it. We're no experts on Europa League. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it.
They don't care.
They don't care.
No.
No. What does everyone care about?
The biggest one, yeah.
Champions League. Who's winning it?
That's an interesting one. I think the Spanish are on the decline like that. So I don't think the Italian clubs are good enough. Dortmund aren't, so at least Bayern, they will be up there again.
Bayern's mine. That's who I'm going for. I'm going for back-to-back from Bayern. I think they have a little spell of dominance from them. If they continue playing how they played in this year's Champions League, I can see them. I can see them possibly winning it again. I mean, they were scarily good. They've kept hold of their players. They're near enough the same team. In fact, I need Leroy Sané to their attack. It's scary. So I'm going for Bayern.
I'm going back PSG.
Oh, okay. That's an interesting one. Fair enough. Don't think the English ones are going to win it.
No.
I don't think City's got enough.
I don't think you got the belief.
No. I don't think. I always say the time has to be right for you to win the Champions League. I don't think it's right for us at the moment. I don't think
you got the belief though that you can do it.
I think
you overthink occasions like that. I don't think your team believe you can.
I want that Premier League back. I'd like the Champions League. It's a luxury, but I want the Premier League back. I'll be ecstatic if we win that Premier League.
I know you're runners on the Champions League like that. Would be the biggest thing is every fan hits back with it.
It must be won at some point. Must be won. Right. That's been the video. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, MixedSid's link and his vlog from Manchester yesterday that I'm featuring in they're in the description below. Go and check him out. Go and like and subscribe over to his channel. That would be much appreciated. Thank you very much for appearing on my video.
Thank you for inviting me.
No problem. MixedSid's bar as well always makes for a nice backdrop.
It does.
It does. So leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. I'm not going to set a like goal, see how many likes we get. But also let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Your Premier League predictions, what are you expecting from the Premier League? Let me know. Also, League Cup, FA Cup, Europa League, Champions League winners, let me know in the comments below. Lots of opinions, so let me know them, I'm sure. Also, subscribe if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on to be notified immediately when I do upload. We're currently rolling out daily Manchester City transfer updates for everyone to look forward to. So go and check them out if you so wish as well. We're back again tomorrow for another daily Manchester City transfer update. And also social media links, they're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and check me out on Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description below if you want to go and hit me up for any sponsorships, for any videos or any general business inquiries. And I'll be back again tomorrow, and I'm sure we'll have Aaron on for a live stream hopefully quite soon as well, so everyone can have a look forward to. Everyone likes a mixed appearance, so we'll get something sorted for that. So I've been JSGC.
And I've been MixedSid.
I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of their day. Thank you everyone for watching. Hope everyone is safe and well. I've been JSGC and he's been MixedSid. Peace.
Ciao for now.